Here's an updated camera video. This is a Pentax MX. Mind you, I'm going to talk very fast through this whole thing. But anyway, here's a Pentax MX with the K-mount lens. This is a very small rangefinder. This is like a standard rangefinder compared to this. My digital camera is almost the same size as this one. This is a professional 35mm SLR with a focal plane cloth shutter. Slides horizontally. It jams at speeds less than 125th of a second, which is annoying. I've got this 1954 Pax, which has a backing that separates completely. It slides just off. Or just slides off. I can't really do many gestures. I'm holding the camera with the other hand. It's got a funny looking little wind thing. It doesn't have a little catch. You have to twist it. It's a little bit annoying, but it works. This is a proper rangefinder, and it's actually the same size as my digital camera. No joke. And it takes 35mm film. There's no computer, it's all guesstimation, and the shutter only goes up to 300th of a second. But if you run 400 speed film through it, it works fine. You can see big Pax letters in the back. And I have the case. Here's a 1968 Mamiya Secor 500 DTL, which has taken some heavy damage. There's dents and nicks. It looks better on the camera than it does in person. It's not functional. I took the bottom off to take a look at it to see if I could get it to work, but it's not looking promising. I do have a little removable hot shoe for this. It's not a hot shoe, but it's a little catch for a flash mount. The speed only goes to 500th of a second, but it is a cloth shutter. And you push this in and it closes the iris. You'll be able to see that. It gets darker in the lens. Anyway, here's a 1956 Burnett. It's made in Germany. It's got a Stellocata lens and a Vero shutter. It's kind of peculiar. It uses actually the film to wind the shutter springs, so it's kind of odd in that respect. It doesn't really work very well, unfortunately. This one's probably never going to work. It's just a display because the shutter is so old and the spring is so tired that it won't fire properly anymore. Down here is a, I think it's a 1967-68 Electro 35 from Yashica. I have a GSN which is virtually identical, although it is a somewhat better camera in design. This one does work, but the computer is fried for some reason. I think there's a power connection issue. There was a mercury battery that leaked, and I cleaned off all the contacts, but there's still no connection. I haven't really got any idea why. It's a work in progress as well. This one actually was rusty inside, in the film compartment, believe it or not. I cleaned it all out, so there's nothing really to show. Here's a Canon FT QL. This thing is a beast. It weighs more than two Praktica cameras, but it's much more refined in some ways. It goes up to 1,000th of a second. Has locks for everything. The meter's a little bit finicky and it doesn't quite register accurately. It's either unexposed or way overexposed. It's kind of funny in that respect. I've run a roll of film through it, but I haven't really got it back yet, so I can't show you what the pictures look like. It's the same with pretty much all of them. Here's a PEP Educator edition from Polaroid. So basically it's PEP Educator edition, so it's Polaroid Education Program for the PEP. It's basically a 635CL with a different label. As far as I know, it works. I also finally got a Polaroid Impulse, which is a weird looking camera. It's kind of neat really, because watch this. The flash pops up, but it closes a lens cap. It's kind of neat. Both of these take 600 speed film. I've also got I think it's a 1999 or 99. No, I'm not really sure how old this thing is. Does it say? My friend said it was a 96 or something. 97, 98, I don't really know. I know it's about 10 years old. It's a Coolpix 5700 from, it's got 5 megapixel. This is an optical zoom, although the viewfinders are both digital LCDs, including the SLR imitation. Also, another camera I have here, with using flash cubes, has all the adapters, accessories, and this is a cold clip, so this must be a Polaroid peel and stick. At least it's sort of a peel and stick. It's one of those peel and dry kind of things they had before they come up with SX70 film and 600 speed. I've got all the documentation for it and everything, and assortment of flash cubes. Case it away. This one puts a Polaroid 440 which has, that's Polaroid automatic land camera. So there's a magnet that allows this to fold up. You push this up, and the camera gets larger. This is a bellows style Polaroid camera from about 1970 or late 60s could be. It has all the documentation, all these cards, things like that. This is like save this card. But it does pretty good. The only problem is the only thing that prevents this camera from operating is that there's a corroded battery and they haven't made the film in years. But yeah, that's pretty much my camera collection. I've got most of the cases for these. I have part of the case for this. I have part of the case for this, but the rest of them have full cases other than these two. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.